Hello everyone, this is Sara Speechley, Superstar Director of Team Heaven Sent. And today we will be doing a Zoom call for our team, and it will be talking about recruiting and getting a recruiting mindset. So I've had a lot of team members calling and working on getting recruiting or growing their business, making more money, and recruiting is a great way. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about recruiting. I have a slideshow, so it gives you something visual to look at, and we will get going on recruiting. Okay, so all about recruiting. So this is just an interesting fact. 20.6 million in the US, about 113 million worldwide people work in direct sales. This was in 2016. I haven't seen the 2017 results yet, but they should be coming. Women do dominate the industry, but 74%, which has gone down. It used to be in the 80%. So more men are joining the direct sales, and that's great. But the interesting fact is 183.7 billion in the world was spent on direct sales. So it's a great industry. And now this is all direct sales, not just Scentsy. This is all direct sales, but it is a huge amount of money in the world going towards direct selling. So no matter where you live, if you want your business to grow and your paycheck to grow, you need to recruit. Recruits come and recruits go. That is the nature of direct sales. Some people don't recruit because they think it will negatively affect their business. They may think there's too many consultants in the area. If you are thinking that way, then you are not seeing the bigger picture. Most people who sell Scentsy, or any probably direct sales, but Scentsy especially, are below hobby level. They just buy it for themselves, do the minimal to remain active. So if you are in it to work a business, to make an income, then you are already ahead of the game. All right. So recruiting versus selling, okay? And it's okay for those that just want to sell. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you are selling, you're just adding one order with one order. So 1 + 1 = 2, 1 + 3 + 1 = 4, and so forth. But when you're recruiting, it's like multiplication, and it's a long-term goal. You recruit 3 people, they recruit 3 people, there's 9, they recruit 3, they sell that many. So the more you get, it's multiplication. So what would you rather do with your income? Add 1 + 1 + 1, or would you rather multiply it? So why recruit? And why am I talking so much about recruiting? Is you have to kind of set a recruiting mentality. Recruiting enables you to move up in leadership rank. You get that long-term success with Scentsy comes from recruiting. Growing your team wide, and it will grow deep. So constantly work on recruiting. Also train your team to hopefully recruit. Now remember, some are just gonna be hobbyists, some may just wanna do sales, but hopefully you can also get some go-getters like yourself, and your team will snowball. You get a few recruits, maybe some of them will start recruiting, and maybe a few of their recruits will start recruiting. It snowballs, and your business gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The larger and stronger your core frontline recruits, the greater depth you will have on your team, and it increases your income. So if you ever see my emails, it says sales are income for today, bookings are the incomes for tomorrow, and recruiting is your income forever. Because it is. Your team continues to grow, and that is something that will build, and you'll get paid on forever. You get paid on their recruits and whatnot. So lead by example, never stop recruiting, okay? I know people that hit director or they hit superstar consultant, and they're like, all right, I'm here, I'm director, I'm superstar director even, they do, and they just stop. Guess what? If you stop recruiting, your team will too. You gotta lead by example, you gotta continue to grow. You know, why not keep growing and getting your team wider? So always work on getting it wider. Always be the leader in your team and set the example and recruit for a reason and make a difference. Never prejudge. I know we all do it. It's human nature, but people have different needs at different times. Don't assume what others' needs are. Always invite people to join you. I invite you to take a look at what our company has to offer. Encourage you to take home an information packet tonight. Never prejudge. All people do it, but you don't know what their financial situation is or what they are willing to do. Doctors' wives want their own identity. Busy stay-at-home moms want a night out or to pay bills. Professionals may want an outlet for them. We can't afford to prejudge, so invite everyone. Always do the recruiting talk no matter what. You never know who needs what you have to give. Don't second guess it. Thinking people aren't interested or looking bored, okay? Always, always talk about it. Even if they may not say they want to right then, maybe it's just planting that seed for later down the road. You can do a recruiting talk in 90 seconds or even less. That way people who aren't interested won't even remember your name as they drive away out from the party or from the show. But what could a $400 and $800 do for their family working one night a week? Okay, people can make that doing one party a week. How would that benefit someone? Ask them that. That is a great starter at a party. Find out how many would be interested in making a little. You aren't looking for recruits. You are looking for leads. Create the interest. The more interest you create, the more leads you will get and the more people who will join. Always take at least 6 info packets. We'll talk a little more about the info packets at the end, what I put in mine. But always have at least 6 to show at your events, your parties, everywhere you go. Even when you go to the store, you're at the restaurant, always have your recruiting packets and always talk about the business. Now, I'm not saying being pushy, but bring it up. Give out 3 information packets every show, every party, every time you travel, any errands you do. Make it a goal. Okay, there's 5 keys to recruiting. Every single person who comes to your show is in need of at least one of these 5 things, so don't prejudge. 1, financial freedom. Show me the money. Who wants the $400, $800 a month? And that's just, they could get with sales by doing one party a week. The flexibility, okay, that's the second one. More time for the people they love in their life. Many work full-time jobs. Maybe their raises have been taken away, overtime cut, bonus or commissions reduced or eliminated. College students can make more in direct sales than a part-time job. Retirees, pensions maybe were affected, need extra stream of income that allows them to choose their schedule. Stay-at-home moms, it's painful to leave a newborn baby or kids at home, never enough time to get a full job. There's got to be a better way for them. This is a great business for stay-at-home moms. That's when I started. A big percentage of the income, goes to daycare for those stay-at-home moms. Is it worth daycare and working? This is a great way they can make money. 3, friendships. This is a great business for creating new friendships. And you get to meet so many people, different people with your team, different people you recruit, your upline, your customers. It's a great way. Who doesn't want more friends? Who doesn't want that interaction and that friendship? It's amazing. I've met friends all over the world, and it's been one of the best parts of Scentsy. 4, recognition. Behind the money recognition, there's rank advancements. People don't get a lot of the positive rank advancement, the positive motivation, the way to go, you've sold this, or moving up, the trips we earned, the free prizes, the walk on the stage. There's so many great recognitions you get with Scentsy. With a lot of people, we all want recognition, especially at work. And you don't get that a lot at a lot of jobs. So this is a great business for recognition. The 5th reason why someone may want to work is personal growth and self-esteem. One thing every single person who joins direct sales walks away with. You can't see by looking out in the audience who may need that self-esteem, who isn't getting any support. That's why you invite people into the business. So developing a recruiting mindset, just having that mindset of I'm going to recruit. So 4 things, recruiting is helping someone get what they want. Okay, remember that. It's helping them get what they want. It's not about what you want. It's about what they want. Maybe they want a car payment. They want to go on a vacation. Maybe they don't want the girls out. Find what's in it for them. 2, sharing something you believe in with someone who will benefit from it. 3, focus on them. 4, your job is to offer. Their job is to accept or decline. I said it last time. You can't not ask. You just need to ask. It's part of your job. I talked about the McDonald's going up to the the cashier. She asked you if you want a large drink or to biggie size the meal, or at the restaurant, do you want a dessert? If you say no, is she offended? No, but she asked. It's your job. You can ask. And guess what? They're not going to think anything else. It's you that's worried about asking. So just ask. They can choose to say yes or no. Where will you find recruits? Home parties. It is a party plan business. Home parties is a great place because you can talk about the opportunity. You can see and interact with people and see why they would benefit for Scentsy. I always like to use it as a compliment. Say, hey, you're such a great organized person. You'd be a great Scentsy consultant. Or you're so outgoing and friendly. You'd be a great Scentsy consultant. Takes all kinds. So really work on the compliments. Home parties are a great way. Basket parties. You can get flip the host, customers, referrals. Following up with customers or basket parties are real important. Events, fairs, expos. Those are a great place. Do a drawing box. Talk to people. Have a kit or what they get in a kit out so they can see, wow, only for $99 I get all of that. What a great benefit, People needing extra income who just got laid off. Maybe they're unemployed. People wanting a hobby. People seeking a career, retirement, or people just unhappy with their jobs. Those are all people that you can get recruits. Okay, the 5 recruiting tips I want to talk to you about. Recruiting at parties is one of the best ways to recruit, but here are 4 tips, sorry. Get to know your guests. Ask questions, learn about them. This will give you clues on how or why Scentsy opportunity would be benefit for them. Like I said, give them compliments. Example, great idea. You're so great at this. You're so good at talking to people. 3, plant the seed. Do a recruiting seeds, build desire. They are not direct. Guests won't even know you are talking about recruiting, but it will plant that seed. Talk about the vacation you just took that Scentsy paid for. Talk about how you were able to pay for your car payment or your groceries. You're not asking them directly, but you're planting that seed for them, and they'll think, oh, yeah, I could maybe benefit from that. Always do a mid-commercial. In the middle is good, because then, those that are late will be there in time and whatnot. These are desires of why you become a consultant. That's what your mid-commercial is. I always do these 4 questions. If you only answer one, you may not be able to touch everyone there. Touch out to them and connect with them. So 4 things I try to add in my mid-commercial or my little spill is what attracted you to the opportunity. Okay, they may relate with whatever attracted you. Or what were you nervous or afraid about? They may be able to relate to that. Okay, I was nervous getting out in front of people and talking to a lot of people. Others may think, I can't do sales either because I'm nervous. And when they hear you do it, you were afraid too. They're like, oh, maybe I could do that. 3, how has your life been better? 4, what you love the most about being a Scentsy consultant. So always when you do your little spill or commercial, whatever you want to call it, bring up those 4 things. And they need to be with you because that is your passion. That is your why. That's your connection that they can relate with. And it will help you get recruits if you just do that mid-commercial. Okay, next, recruiting packets. So I want to talk about what I put in my recruiting packets. I always recommend having a Scentsy catalog, FAQs, document, your personal story. So hopefully you can see in that one. I always put it in a little folder or an envelope. Hopefully you can see that. That's my story. This talks about reasons they should join. I think it's the top 10. And consider joining the fun. Just a little spill. I also have a join brochure. This is the Scentsy join brochure in there. Talks about the Scentsy benefits. Also a sample. Sorry, I got to set it down so I have both cans. Business card and a sample. I always put mine together. Okay, that's it. That's all that needs to be in there. Okay, one thing I've learned is always put a sticky note and have them write their name down and a phone number or email. I always do a phone number. Don't do an email. So many people don't respond to emails as much. So a phone number. You can ask if they prefer text or calls, but this way you can follow up with them. If you're just handing out recruiting packets and you don't know who they are or you don't have a way to contact them, it's just kind of giving it away. You never know. You need to follow up and just say, hey, just wanted to make sure you got that recruiting packet, see if you had any questions. I just think you would be such a great Scentsy consultant. You are so da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You would just be so much fun to have on the team, and I'd love to get to know you better. So let me know what you think and if you have any questions, okay? Also, I do have an email one, the ebook. I just posted it earlier today. Someone was asking about it. So I did post it on our Heaven Sent Team Facebook page. And it talks about all different kinds of things. If they do get a little more interested and want some more information, that goes into a lot of detail. It's several pages long, but it goes over a lot of detail about Scentsy, what they can do, can't do, talks about scent of the month, talks about what they get. Anyway, very informative. So an ebook's a great way to email them if they do have more questions. But again, follow up. Okay, if you don't follow up, you're kind of throwing it away. So those who lead us inspire us. We follow not because we have to, but because we want to. Those who start with why have the ability to inspire and move others around them. Find your why and start building your team. So that's about recruiting. I did want to show you, this is a recruiting mentality page that I had printed out. Don't look at people as prospects. Look at prospects like people. Focus on what they want, not what you want. Discover what people truly want, and if the timing is right, show them how Scentsy can help them achieve it. Key is building a big organization with. Recruit as many as you can. Recruit wide, in other words, and deep will follow. Recruiting is and will always be a business of numbers. The person who recruits the most wins. So keep recruiting. Don't be afraid to share this passion. So I want to share a quick story that Alice, this was Heidi's mom, shared with Claire. And I just love this story. It's a great example because so many of us get afraid to talk to them. She said, she was talking to her about a friend. That was her friend. And she asked her, she said, I was just, wondering if you'd be interested in the opportunity in joining my team. And the friend started crying and she's like, oh no, I just embarrassed her, or, I just offended her. She's crying. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you by asking. And she said, no, I'm not crying. I am just so touched that you finally asked me and you thought highly enough to ask me to join your team. So I just like that because so many of us hold back because we have the fear. We're offering them a great opportunity. We think highly enough to have them on our team. So don't be afraid to ask. I guarantee you can grow your business, grow your team, make more money if you recruit and grow. Now again, recruiting is not for everyone. If you just want to do sales, that's great too. But if you do want to make that large income and have more fun, get more trips, pay these huge bills, whatever. Recruiting is a great way. Growing your business is a great way. So again, Orville talks a lot about, think of your first few years of working your Scentsy business as if you're going to college. You're working, but you're also getting paid. Okay, college costs money, but this way you're getting paid, but you're growing your team, you're building it. If you put in, 2 to 4 years, like you would at college, into your business, those first or 2 to 4 years, really work that business, you can make a lot more than what you could have with a college degree. And you're still making money in the process. He's talked a lot about that, and I just think it's a great aspect. I did go to college, and yes, I do make more now working my Scentsy business than I did with my career. So it is a wonderful opportunity. If you do talk about on Facebook or anywhere live, do disclose the income disclosure, which I do have down below. So I'll talk about that. But again, work 3 to 5 years like others won't. I have this quote down here. Work 3 to 5 years like others won't, so you can live the rest of your life like others can't. I guarantee if you put work into the business, it's not easy. You have to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, talk to people about recruiting, talk to strangers about the opportunity, talk to strangers about what you do. I guarantee if you work your business, even if it's just an hour a day, half hour a day, depending on how much you can put in it, the faster you can build and grow your team. But you will benefit. You work a lot at the beginning, and you don't make a ton at the beginning, but later down, you'll be way overpaid for what you work. Just keep working that business. So these are a few examples of income that you can make. And I do have the disclosure on the next page because that's legally what you're supposed to do if you're talking about all this fun stuff. But $1,000 per month, the average people who are making $1,000 per month work about 11 months before starting, or about 11 months in. The average rank is superstar consultant. Average PRV is about 1,900. Average team wholesale is about 7,000. Average group wholesale 9,000. Active frontline 5. So again, they just have 5 active, meaning they sold 200 that month, but they only have 5. So they've recruited again. So, but the wider you get, the better. We'll show that in the next ones. Average group 22. Average group PRV 373.49. Okay, that's about that. So averaging, they're selling about the group selling about that. Okay, to make $5,000 per month, average has worked for Scentsy 33 months. Again, this is an average. So there's some that are way up here and some that are up here. So these are averages. Average star director, average PRVs, they're selling 1,300. Average team wholesale volumes, 32,000. Average group wholesales, 124, because they have directors under them. Average, again, these are all averages. Average frontline, 18 people. Average group, 483. Average team count, 146. Average group PRV, 253. Okay, to make $10,000 per month, they are averaging about 35 months with Scentsy. Average rank, superstar director. Average PRV, 3,000 a month. Average team wholesale volume, 33. Average group, 263. Average frontline, 25. Average group count, 1,155. Average team count, 142. Average group PRV is $247.50. Okay, so I know this is a lot of statistics, but I'm a numbers gal. That's one of my strengths. So I like to see this. Where do you want to be? If you just want to make a few, 400 a month, then just do one, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 a month. One party a month might be all you want to do. That's fine. But if you do want to make some more, build a team. And how great would it be to have an extra 12,000 per a month, or 12,000 a year, or 10,000 a month, or 120,000 a year? It is possible. Okay, I've never done sales before. I'm a superstar director now. And I make great money. I do. And it's been a wonderful opportunity. It's not always about the money. I made wonderful friends, and I am here to help my team. I said it last time. That is my new goal. That is my why, is to help you guys promote. You guys can do it. Believe in yourself. I believe in you because I know you can do it. I told my husband before, when he wanted me to work, help him hit with his insurance and do sales. I said, I don't do sales. I'm not a salesperson. But look at me now. Here I am, a Scentsy consultant. I'm a superstar director, and it's taken a lot of stepping outside of my comfort zone to get where I am. But I promise you, if I can do it, you guys can do it. I'm just an average consultant. In fact, I have health issues that I can't walk or stand as much. So I even have issues that have held me back a little. But I don't let it stop me. Just keep working your business, and you guys can get to where I am. Okay, one last page. I blew this up, so it's a little blurry. This is one of the disclosure statements. I think this was from last year's disclosure statement. The new one they have now just says the minimum payment and the highest payment. And I kind of like the breakdown one a little better. So this is just a kind of fun average. And this is what they call the disclosure statement. Just if you do talk about how much you make or what you've been able to pay off on Facebook or whatnot, just pop in the disclosure statement or tell them to go to Scentsy.com to see the disclosure statement. Anyway, this says the average annual commission for that rank. And it also shows the minimum and the medium. And remember, a lot of these averages are hobbyists. So what can you get, or the minimum especially? Look at all those zeros in the minimums. Of course, the minimum is going to be 0. But, and obviously if they're getting zeros, they probably aren't working at all and probably going to terminate. But where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the minimum, or do you want to be on those maximum or above those averages? I guarantee if you work your business, you can be above these averages. I didn't ever say it would be easy, and it does take some really working the business and some time to build that team. But if you set that recruiting mentality, you guys can get there. So good luck with recruiting. I know you can do it. If you have questions, feel free to call, text, or ask on the Heaven Sent team page. Thanks, everyone, and good luck with growing your team. Bye.